Have you ever wondered what the difference is in certain price points for Lego sets, what that actually translates to in terms of size, piece count, things like that? Well, we're going to talk a little bit about that today. This is the Geek Cabal channel. If you've not been here before, my name is Bobby. And today we're going to be talking about, we got seven different Lego Minecraft sets here, and I'm going to kind of talk about some of the differences between, within certain price points, as well as differences between price points. This is kind of for those of you that aren't big into Lego, and you kind of look at the sets and you're like, well, what's really in there? What am I really getting? So each of these, well, most of these have their own video where I put the sets together. These two, I put them together in the same video where I discussed the difference between a $5 and a $10 set. And we're going to kind of expand upon that idea here. So, first and foremost, these two here in the front are from polybag sets. Those are plastic bags. Instead of so this is a Lego box, instead of one of those, it's just a plastic bag. And they're generally, at this point in time, the retail price was $5, $4.99. So this is set 30705, the Lush Cave Fight, and this is 30647, the Dripstone Cavern. Now, as you can see, hopefully, in editing I'm going to try to zoom in here, these two sets are fairly similar. You've got one person and one creature, and then you've got a little tiny building. In the case of this one, there actually is a play feature that shoots a thing. I should take that back. There's a second creature in here. I keep forgetting that one's in there. But they're still, fairly similar. Now, this one has a more solid construction. There's more bricks. Whereas this one, there's more plates and tiles and things like that. So they're fairly similar. I think overall, this one is probably the better deal. Has a play feature, has a creeper, which is a more recognizable creature, specifically to Minecraft, whereas this one has the skeleton, which yes, it does have the block head, but the skeletons already existed in Lego. Well, the skeletons are generic enemies, so maybe you want more of those. Both of these, I think this one probably lends itself more to buying multiple copies and building a bigger thing out of them, even if it's just like a repeating set of those features. Yeah, so this is generally what $5 is going to get you. So then we kind of move over to these sets. These three were, 10, 11, some of them, I don't remember which one, unfortunately, but two of them retail at 10 and one at 11, if I recall correctly, or maybe it's 2 at 11, 1 at 10. I don't know why there's the $1 difference among them, but they're fairly similar again. So here we have set 21177, the Creeper Ambush, 21251, Steve's Desert Expedition, and 21266, the Nether Lava Battle. So again, these are within the realm of similarity. Each of them has one character figure. Then this one comes with two creatures, with the Lava Creeper and the Pig. This one has the flying creature, his name I don't remember, and a baby llama or baby camel, I don't remember which. Now this one comes with one figure and three creatures. This kind of blockier brick built guy, the black skeleton, and this yellow guy up here. And I apologize, I don't actually play Minecraft. I just think I like the aesthetic of the sets, but I don't play the game, so I don't know the names of all the creatures. So these two have a similar footprint in terms of size, whereas this one is 3 6x6 plates and several blocks. This one, there's not much structure here, but these two could probably be bought in multiples to expand as far as kind of a repetitive nature of the things that are built on them. This one, maybe mirror it and go over here or something, I don't know. But I think your interest in buying multiples of this would probably be for the lava creepers, if I had to guess. So again, they're similar, I think these two have a play feature. I don't believe this one does. So Yeah, and again, they're similar in size and similar. You can see like the general realm. They're clearly larger than these. Now, this one might look close in scale because of the single base plates, but there's more going on here in the construction, and there are more creatures here. So this is definitely a bigger set than this one. And even though this is a hollow building, there is more building here than there is here, and then this obviously has a much larger footprint. So these clearly are a step up from the polybags. And then we have these two, the $15 sets. Again, that's approximation of retail price. So here we have 21267, the Illager Desert Patrol, and 21257, the Pirate Ship Voyage. Now, these two probably have the biggest contrast from all these, because this one is a building. It's a facade. It's a fortification of some type. We've got some columns, a rooftop, a cactus, and 4 figures. Whereas this one, most of the parts are in the boat, and the boat's a vehicle. But to achieve that effect, there's a lot of bricks in that. And then our land mass is literally just the dock here, which is very similar to one of the polybags, but we have the whole boat, along with the camel, which is brick built. So there's a lot of parts in here, and then our sea monster of some kind. So these two, there's a very big departure between them, because again, this is a building versus a boat, and it's kind of hard to see that they're of a similar value. The other reason being this one comes with 4 figures, which for a set of this cost, in this particular moment, that's a lot. Because while there are sets that have those, they have that number of figures, which is typically the Star Wars battle packs. Those are running around $20 now. So for this to also be a licensed theme, and to have this number of figures and a building with them for less than the Star Wars ones, that's a value. And over here, we've got only 2 figures, but we have 2 figures. It's not a figure and a creature. Though we do have 2 other creatures. So these are clearly a step up from all these over here. And then, again, like I said, they're between them, it's difficult to see that they have a similar number of parts. Because, again, the boat, without just looking at it, it's hard to see how many bricks are in this thing, but it's very solidly built. This is not much of a facade. Like, there's a lot of bricks here. Check out, like I said, I've got videos of me building all these. So it's easy to see, well, to me, it's easy to see the difference between these and the rest of these. Here's where things get a little murkier, because it's less obvious. It would be less obvious to some people. Like, you look at this set and like, well, for twice as much as this set, I can get one of these. But am I getting twice as much? And the answer is kind of. You are probably getting nearly twice as many bricks. But is it getting you, volume? Like, because again, this has a similar footprint to this. This has one guy. I think it's both Steve. This has a creeper and the other creature. This has, I think it's a baby camel and this flying creature. So does the building make up the difference in value to you? Or do you think you'd be better off buying a second poly bag, either the same one or a different one? Now, if you buy the same one, the problem is you're going to have 2 of Steve. You don't care about that. You're going to want, you don't need the second version of Steve. But you will have 2 creepers and 2 of whatever that yellow thing is. Or you buy the other poly bag and you'll have Steve and Alex, a creeper and a skeleton, and the yellow thing. This might be worth more to you than one of these. Okay? And likewise, you might look at these and be like, well, I can buy one of these in a poly bag, or I can get a $15 set. And I think there your argument's going to be a little different. Because, like, say it's this one and this one. Now, in all of these are current examples, but again, you're going to be making this decision at one time. You're going to be like, well, I'm going to buy this $10 set now, and in 6 months when they have a different poly bag, I'll buy that one. You were talking $15. Like, in all likelihood, you probably have that, and you're going to be buying both of them at the same time. So, looking at these, there's a fair chance, if you buy either of these 2 and this one, you have 2 copies of Steve. If you buy this one and this one, you have 2 copies of Alex. So that's the thought you have to take into account. Now, you could buy the one with Alex, neither of these, no problem. And then you'll have, 2 characters and a few creatures, a little bit of a building. In fact, if you buy these 2, you could probably put them together because you've got, blue and the blue here. This one doesn't quite blend with these as easily. But over here, you could get that. Now you'll probably end up with more parts. But if you get this, you've got the Cactus Knight, who's not in any of this over here, and 3 guys to fight him, the Illagers. Over here, you have a boat, and 2 pirates, and a camel. Now, your landmass is dinky, it's a dock, but, so these are the kind of things you got to think about when you're looking at what you're going to buy here, for yourself. In terms of resale, I don't buy enough of the Minecraft sets to know, but I do know that these 2, whenever I double check them for getting the information from this video, seem to be going for above retail where I was looking at them. And there are definitely other Minecraft sets that have taken off in value. So it kind of comes down to what's in the set. Like, I have another set that I didn't think I was going to need it for this video, so I'm going to bring it down here. And it's essentially like part of a mine. So it's, got, I think, a creeper and a skeleton and Steve, and, it's mostly underground, but it's got some greenery up on top. They've made a similar version of that set probably 3, maybe 4 times now. So that one might not be, another version of that might not be as valuable. The crafting box. Now by that I mean not the set of the crafting box, but I think the one they call the crafting box, I think is 4 or 5 of them now. It's basically a whole bunch of parts and like some suggestions of what you can build with them. Those, in my experience, haven't gone up tremendously in value, or I just chose really poorly on which one I bought. But some of the other things, like there was a really large mine set, like a couple $100, and it's worth quite a bit more than that now. So it's kind of hard to say what ends up being worthwhile with the Minecraft stuff. I really need to look into it because I mainly deal with Star Wars sets as far as reselling. There, I've got a pretty good idea what's going to go up and what's not. Without giving away the farm, if it's Star Wars, it's probably going to go up. It's just a matter of how long it's going to take. Some things are going to go up a lot faster than others. And, the deeper the discount, the better you can find on them if you're looking to resell. So as for these, I mean, the poly bags, I've seen, kind of looking around online, I've seen some that have doubled in value. So if you've got the patience and it's worth your time to double $5 to $10, they may be worthwhile. Or I would look probably a little bit higher if it were me. I'm just not financial investing advice or anything at all like that. But if it were me, there's definitely other places I would look than the poly bags as far as that facet. Now, if you just want to expand your collection, go for it. Because like I kind of regret not get the one that had the panda in it. But yeah, so that's kind of an overview of the differences that you're going to run into in terms of the scale, the number of figures. And these are just examples. Okay, now I think this one's probably a fluke. The 4 figures in the $15 set. I think this one's a fluke because it definitely doesn't follow any kind of other pattern that's established here. In fact, I've seen larger sets that don't have 4 figures in them. So, but yeah. So this is just kind of an overview for those of you who are out there and you're wondering, like, well, what's really in these things? And like I said, check out the videos where I actually build the sets if you want to see like what the parts and everything. But yeah, and if you're interested in any of these, there will be affiliate links down in the description if you want to go that route, if you're interested in any of them. I do have some of the larger Minecraft sets that I'm hopefully going to get around to building. I keep saying I'm going to build some larger sets here on the channel. I have some of the Star Wars sets I'm going to be building. I still have the TIE Bomber that I've mentioned several times now. And I have some of the other mech sets. I've got I've built the Stormtrooper and the Luke Skywalker mech on here. I have the Darth Vader and the Boba Fett. And the Darth Maul will be out in like a week or so. So I'll probably have it before too long. But yeah, that's about all I've got on this. If you got any questions, show them down, shoot me down there in the comments about these sets or anything. I'll try to answer them for you. Again, I'm given to understand it's not the greatest idea for me to actually give investment advice. I can tell you what I would do. Overall, some Minecraft sets definitely go up in value. And generally speaking, Lego sets go up in value. That is not universal. It's general, and it's a matter of how long can you wait. Some will rise a lot faster than others, and there's numerous factors, and I've got some other videos to kind of talk about that. and maybe I'll do one on like the specifics of the Star Wars sets, like what to look for. Well, again, what I look for. You can choose to follow that or not. But again, I'm not I'm not any kind of investment guru or anything like that you should listen to. Don't claim to know anything insightful about the market. If you follow my examples, then it is at your own risk. So anyway, that is all I've got on these. So if you got any questions, hit me up down in the comments. Otherwise, if you like what you saw, like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Sharing and commenting would help us grow the channel. We always appreciate it. And for those of you who helped us get over 500 subscribers here in the last couple months, we always appreciate that a lot. And hopefully you'll stick around going forward. And subscribe, obviously, because this is YouTube, and well, that's apparently the metric of success. But yeah, that's all I've got for this one. So I'll be seeing you folks at the crafting table.